So what about this quote? CEP? Okay, you're there. So CEP, this came out in June of 2009. It is created for inside sales and outside sales associates, and we've seen a lot of growth over the years that we've done this. With the life cycle of a certification program, it takes 6 years to see if anybody's even going to start using it. So we're way ahead of the game with 618 people already involved. We do exams every January and every July. And with these exams, they're at a proctored location where there's tight security. Because we don't want everyone just to have this exam. So we offer this at specific locations. Right now we have over 600 locations across the United States. Hopefully there's a place close to you. Last year we had some people up in North Dakota taking it, and as they went to take it, they found out their site was 8 hours away. And that was a little too far for us, but they had to sign up for that. And while we worked through that next couple weeks, we were able to get a site right there in their own town that they were able to take that. So they had already gone off that 8 hours, so they didn't get that benefit of doing it right there. But that's where we continually try and get new sites for the exam. This exam is not a gimme. We have a lot of people that have gone through. We have a 70-75% pass rate for the exam. And, a lot of people, they want to go, they want to take it, they want to show how good they are. But we've had some people with 25, 30 years experience that have failed the exam. But what I've had those conversations with them later, they've come back and said, it reminded me of things I forgot I should have been doing as a salesperson. So I learned more out of that. With the CEP, whether you pass or fail, there's a diagnostic report that you get that tells you how you scored in each of those different areas, so you can use that to build your skills. You can center your training around that for the next year, the next 3 years, and then they can continue to learn and grow with that. So they always get a report on how they scored on their exam. So we've covered almost all the states. We still have a few states left open. So Idaho, Utah, Nevada, Maine, Rhode Island, Hawaii. So if you got some sites there, we're looking for some people to be the first CEP. Our last webinar we had on the CEP, we had somebody from Canada that was interested in becoming, and that would be the first in Canada. So it's kind of nice to be one of those first. So we continue to grow with this program. So the benefits, you get to showcase your talent. A lot of people I talk to say, we have great, talented salespeople. They're really the best in the industry. Well, this validates it from an industry baseline. So we set a baseline, and then this is what you're measured against. It's not something that comes and goes. It's been the same baseline that we set 5 years ago. And so it's us validating that. It's not your own company, but it's an independent validation across the industry. And it also validates your training program. So I've seen a lot of companies that have really strong training programs. Their people do really well because they've continued to be trained along through that process. So we see where that can be an indicator as well. There is continuing education required. So whenever you get those diagnostic reports, you can plan education. And after someone is certified, in 3 years they have to recertify and provide 30 hours of continuing education training. We don't want it to stop. We want them to keep learning. We want them to keep investing in their future and growing with that. Not an automatic, and then I talked about the reports as well. So to get started with CEP, simple website address, naed.org/CEP. There you can look at some of the sample exam questions. You can look at the self-assessment. And this is what I recommend your people to look at whenever they get started. What skills do I have? What skills do I need to develop before I get ready to take the exam? Then we provide webinars, and then there's also company training programs that we can work with you to develop as you develop your people.